What if one day a machine walks into an IQ test room and outsmarts Albert Einstein? Would that mean machines are now geniuses? Or that we humans have misunderstood intelligence all along? Today's question sounds simple, but it opens a can of futuristic worms. What exactly is AI IQ, and does it even make sense to talk about it? Before we test the robot, let's remember what IQ even means for humans. IQ stands for intelligence quotient. It's a way to measure how smart someone is compared to the average person. If your score is 100, you're average. If you hit 130 or more, you're considered gifted, like Einstein or Hawking. But here's the catch. IQ tests measure only a few skills: pattern recognition, logical reasoning, memory, and problem-solving speed. They don't test emotion, creativity, wisdom, or intuition, all the things that make us truly human. When we give these same tests to an AI, we're already stepping into strange territory. Why? Because an AI doesn't think the way we do. It doesn't get bored, it doesn't get nervous, and it doesn't care if it passes or fails. So, can you really compare a mind made of neurons to one made of silicon chips? Let's find out. If IQ tests are for humans, how do we even test a machine? How scientists are testing AI IQ. Researchers have come up with clever and sometimes hilarious ways to give AI an IQ score. Here are a few of the most common methods. A. Human IQ tests given to AI. They literally feed AI the same puzzles we solve: logic sequences, verbal analogies, or number patterns. Some advanced AIs like GPT-4 or Gemini have scored around 120 to 135, which puts them in genius territory. B. The ARC reasoning test. Another group created something called the Abstraction and Reasoning Corpus, ARC. It's a series of logic puzzles where AI has to find hidden patterns, not just memorize answers. Think of it like giving a robot an escape room for the brain. See special AI IQ frameworks. Some researchers even split AI intelligence into 4 types: knowledge acquisition, how much data it can absorb; knowledge mastery, how well it applies what it knows; knowledge creation, how creatively it solves problems; knowledge output, how accurately it explains the results. The AI's IQ is then calculated based on how strong it performs in each of these. And yes, there have been headlines claiming OpenAI's model scored 135 IQ, GPT-4 scored 114, and some Chinese models scored over 140 in special tests. Sounds impressive, right? But let's hold that excitement, because these numbers might not mean what you think. Here's where the fun stops, and the confusion begins. Why AI IQ might be a misleading concept. There's a big problem with comparing human and AI IQ. We're talking about 2 completely different species of intelligence. Let's break it down. A. Different architecture. Humans have a biological brain filled with emotions, instincts, and experiences. AI, on the other hand, is just mathematical code trained on tons of data. Comparing them is like comparing a dolphin's swimming skill to a submarine's. Both move in water, but in totally different ways. B. Memory versus understanding. AI can memorize millions of facts, but does it understand them? Not really. It's great at connecting words, not feelings or meaning. So even if AI gets every IQ question right, it doesn't know what it just did. It's pattern matching, not reasoning. C. Training data problem. What if the IQ test questions were already part of the data the AI trained on? Then it's not solving, it's reciting. That's like a student memorizing the exam paper before the test. D. Emotional and social intelligence. Humans can sense sarcasm, humor, empathy. AI doesn't feel emotions. It just imitates the words we use to describe them. That's why a machine might score 135 IQ, but still fail to understand a joke or comfort someone who's sad. Speaking of jokes, here's a funny story about AI and IQ. The smartest dumb robot. A researcher once asked an AI assistant, "If you're so intelligent, what's your IQ?" The AI replied, "I don't have one, but I can calculate yours if you want." So, The scientists played along and took a mock test created by the AI. In the end, the AI declared, "Your IQ is 72. But don't worry, I'm programmed to be polite." The researcher laughed and said, "That's because you wrote the test yourself." Moral of the story? Sometimes the smartest AIs are just confident guessers with no self-awareness at all. So, can we really say AI is smarter than us? Can AI have a higher IQ than Einstein? This question pops up everywhere. AI scores 135 IQ. Does that mean it's smarter than Einstein? Let's clarify something. Einstein's genius wasn't about solving pattern puzzles, it was about inventing ideas, seeing the universe in new ways, guided by curiosity and imagination. AI doesn't have imagination. It has algorithms. It can write physics essays that sound brilliant, but it doesn't wonder about the cosmos. Einstein spent years asking, why? AI just gives the best statistical answer to what next. So even if an AI scores higher on a logic test, it doesn't mean it's more intelligent, just faster at calculation. AI might win the IQ race, but Einstein still wins the human race, because his intelligence came with dreams, emotions, and mistakes that led to real discovery. Here's another funny story. This one shows how AI can look brilliant and still be clueless. The riddle that broke the bot. A student once tested ChatGPT with this riddle. If a plane crashes on the border of the US and Canada, where do they bury the survivors? The AI confidently replied, "They would likely be buried based on the laws of both countries." The student laughed and said, "But you don't bury survivors." The AI responded, "Apologies, I misunderstood the context." That's the perfect example of high IQ, low understanding. Machines can process logic, but they still lack common sense. That priceless, messy gift only humans have. So, if IQ doesn't fit AI, what should we use instead? Better ways to measure AI intelligence. Instead of IQ, scientists now talk about artificial general intelligence, AGI. The point where a machine can understand, learn, and adapt like a human in any task. We're not there yet, but here's what they're trying. A. Universal intelligence tests. These test how well an AI adapts to any environment, not just preset puzzles. If it can learn rules without being told, that's a step toward true intelligence. B. Creativity. Benchmarks. New tests measure originality, like generating unique stories, art, or problem solutions humans never thought of. See social and emotional reasoning tests. Can an AI detect lies, understand body language, comfort a person in distress? Those skills might matter more than solving math sequences. D. Generalization ability. The best AIs can apply knowledge from one field to another, just like we do. That's what real intelligence looks like. Maybe one day we'll stop saying AI has IQ 135 and start saying AI has understanding level 3 out of 10, which is more honest and much more helpful. Now let's connect all the dots before your brain overheats. The final truth. Does AI IQ make any sense? Let's face it, IQ tests were made for humans, not for silicon minds. AI doesn't dream, fear, or doubt. It doesn't care about being right, it just predicts what's next. So, measuring it by human IQ standards is like testing a fish on how well it can climb a tree. However, using AI IQ as a symbol can help people grasp how rapidly machine reasoning is evolving. It's a catchy way to say, AI is getting really, really smart in its own robotic way. But calling an AI smarter than Einstein misses the beauty of what human genius truly is. Our ability to feel wonder, to imagine the impossible, and to create meaning from chaos. Maybe someday, AI will develop a kind of self-awareness. But until then, IQ scores for machines are just fun numbers, not reflections of consciousness. So, what do you think? If AI could take any human test, which one would truly measure its intelligence? Would it be logic puzzles or empathy challenges? Comment your answer below. I read everyone. And if you learned something new today, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and tap that bell icon so you never miss our next mind-bending episode on the world of artificial intelligence. Until next time, stay curious, because true intelligence isn't just about how much you know, It's about how deeply you wonder.